Hello everyone, welcome back to another Doctor Who collection update. In today's collection update, I'll be showing you all the lovely bits of Doctor Who merchandise I've picked up in September, from the recent collection set announcement to the B&M sets to Big Finish, and of course a vinyl as well. So without further ado, let's dive in to the September collection update for 2020. Kicking off the collection update with probably an item everybody's got, and it's a big chunky thing. It is Doctor Who The Collection Season 20. One of the worst kept secrets in the collection lineup. We've known about this for years, and it's great to finally have this in the 60th anniversary year to see how they celebrated 20 years of Doctor Who. There's so much to unpack with this, so much to watch, and I always say this with the collection sets, that they kind of keep you going until the next one. I think that this one's going to keep us going for a long time because there's so much new stuff, and possibly, you know, the set with the most new out there. So it's probably the set what's worth your money, mainly because of the 5 Doctors and having another version of it. But yeah, this is such a glorious set. It has probably my favourite collection set extra on it, which is Look Who's Driving, which doesn't really feel like a collection extra, sort of a Doctor Who extra. The only sort of tenuous link is it has Doctor Who stars in it, and they're on the way to a Doctor Who convention. It's just a lot of fun. It feels sort of like a Channel 5 travel sort of programme, and I want more of it, because I could happily watch a series of, you know, Peter Davis and Janet Fielding and Sarah Sutton going on little road trips. I think, you know, it's such a fun thing. I've watched the Amsterdam Going Dutch, which was a fun little sort of revisiting the locations. I think it's a bit like location, but just solely based in Amsterdam. So that was a really nice thing. I've only just started watching the stories again, so I'm currently halfway through Arc of Infinity. Where Gallifrey becomes sort of a hotel reception, which is bizarre. But yeah, I think there's a lot of things to enjoy within this. We will be doing, me and Luke and Stephen Noonan will be doing a live stream all about Season 20, the stories and the extras probably, but probably mainly the stories because, you know, we like our tangents and, you know, there'll be a lot of tangents within it. September saw the release of the B&M set, the first wave, so I can relax that we have all 3 sets until the hunt begins in probably November. It's probably imminent. We'll get the next announcement for the next final batch of the year. Hopefully we get a few more figure sets announced this year. Hopefully a few more online exclusives, because yeah, we've only had 4 figure sets released this year. So hopefully we get some 60th anniversary themed figures and, you know, another classic series online exclusive. That would be brilliant. But in terms of this wave, I think that this is a lot better compared to the last year's summer wave with the 8th Doctor, 10th Doctor and History of the Dalek sets. I think that these are probably a little bit more desirable. I have reviewed all 3 sets, so you can check out my full thoughts on those. I'll leave a link in the description below to those figure review playlists so you can check out, you know, the whole shabam. But the Necros Daleks are pretty nice. I think that was a set I was sort of not looking forward to, because I sort of thought character have done everything they could with the Necros Daleks, but I think they have tweaked them and rectified them, and, you know, it goes back to sort of the mission statement of the History of Dalek set line to give us the most accurate Daleks that we possibly can get in 5-inch figure form. Obviously it doesn't have the accurate skirt section, because we're still using the 1970s sort of, you know, skirt mould, but, you know, it's close enough compared to the others. And then we have the glorious 6th Doctor and Tardis celebrating 15 years of the 6th Doctor figure. Very nice variant in the Ultimate Adventure costume. Great to finally see a 6th Doctor in the B&M lineup, and we have this glorious 80s TARDIS, beautifully weathered. We've come a long way since the sort of Time Monster TARDIS, where it had that sort of weird sort of waxy texture to it, and sort of the wash hadn't dried, so it's just, yeah, we've come a long way since 2018, and it's a beautiful box. It is a shame that it isn't electronic, because it would be great to have an 80s box of sort of the lamp light up and stuff. And of course we have Mr. Richard Herndl himself, Mr. Pineapple Man. Very nice figure, great to finally have him, and obviously perfectly timed for season 20. I will say that I'm still not a fan of that sort of mould line there. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I do like him a lot, actually. And then we have this glorious Death Zone Dalec, which I think's possibly my favourite Dalec of the year so far. We'll have to see if any of the History of a Dalek set this next will beat this, because it's great. It's such a unique Dalek, and it's just got such a striking shelf presence, and I love him. So yeah, I've got to thank Mel and her mom for getting me these, because otherwise I probably wouldn't have these right now. And it's interesting that there was loads of Necros Dalek sets, but the Sixth Doctor and Death Zone set was hidden. So yeah, I'm very fortunate that they did a me and searched high and low for these sets, as I've managed to get them, because it's such a sigh of relief when you finally get them, but then you realise you've got to go out and do it again for the next wave. But yeah, it's a great wave overall, and yeah, it's great to see more representation for the 80s on the figure shelf. Moving on, we have a vinyl, which is the Tom Baker Radio Collection, with this lovely retro cover containing Genesis of the Daleks, another version of it to have, so it'd be great to finally have the LP version of it. Doctor and the Pescatons, Exploration Earth, a time machine, Tom Baker in his own words, and State of Decay. So this is limited to 600 copies, so yeah, it's very nice. Got this lovely autograph by Tom Baker as well, this lovely sort of art print, and it's a great sort of nice sort of 60th anniversary piece really, and I guess it's a nice sort of precursor to 50 years of the 4th Doctor. Now, I've done an unboxing video, so if you want to check out how the vinyls are presented, you can check that out. But yeah, it's very nice to have this vinyl in the collection. Big Finish time. I guess we can start with the Once and Future update, and that is they've arrived. Well, the first 3 have arrived, which is Past Lives. So this is how the limited edition looks like. Now, we can do a further update, because I did an unboxing on these, so if you want to check out how they fully look and look at the posters, check out that unboxing. So yeah, because the quality of these have been pretty all over the place, with the silver embossed logo sort of flaking away, and Big Finish want to maintain a high standard, and because they have high standards, and it's just a shame that the idea is such a brilliant one. It's just a shame that the execution hasn't been quite there for them. So they are reprinting the first 3. So hopefully it will be made of a better material, and hopefully sent out, packaged better, so they're sent out so, damage isn't occurred with these. But yeah, these are very fragile. I don't know what to do with these. I've just got them sort of placed on the shelf. I'm going to get some CD protectors for them, but just so I can ensure that they are just a little bit more well protected on the shelf when they're next to the other Big Finishes. But this is Past Lives, limited to 3,000. As you can see, my Past Lives doesn't have a number, so when they send them out, I'll probably have a Past Lives with a number. But yeah, that makes for quite a nice little oddity. So yeah, this is the second one, The Artist at the End of Time. And my limited edition number there being 464 out of 3,000. Yeah, there we go. So that's the first 2, and then of course we have a Genius for War. Very nice there, very nice cover, and my limited edition number being 955. Of course, I do have Two's Company and The Martian Invasion of Planetoid 50. Reviews of those stories are out, so you can check them out and hear mine and Luke's thoughts on the series so far. But yeah, I think the replacements are coming when they get the instalment of those 2 stories, so that's when we get the replacements for these. So a little bit more waiting, but at least we have the download to enjoy the storage, which is the main thing. But yeah, hopefully they arrive soon. In terms of other Big Finish, we have the 6th Doctor Adventures, the final instalment in the Purity saga, which is Purity Unbound. I've not listened to this set, I've not finished the 3rd set, but I'm very tempted to listen to Waterworlds and do all the Purity stuff and sort of marathon it and binge listen to it and see how it works as a series, as it probably was intended. But yeah, it's great to sort of have it finally concluded in 4 box sets and say that's the sort of Silk Doctor, Mel and Hebe stuff done. Obviously we're going to see Ruth Madeley in the 6th anniversary, which is very exciting. But yeah, that's all I can really say. I can't talk on the stories because I've not listened to them. But a set I can talk about, and I have listened to, and that is Doctor Who in the Night. Again, a nice sort of fit in with Season 20. We have a Season 20 box set with Nyssa and Tegan and the Fifth Doctor. We have two stories, which are Pursuit of the Nightjar and Resistor. Pursuit of the Nightjar is the 4-parter by Tim Foley, and it is a wonderful story. I think that it's probably the best Fifth Doctor story of the year for me personally. And it's such an interesting story. What it does, it's got this sort of nice sci-fi intimate character story. There's only 2 supporting characters within that story, besides the Tardis crew, and it's just a fun one. It's just a real treat to listen to. I think that it's another great story by Tim Foley. If Tim Foley's writing a story, you'll know that you're in for a treat. And then we have Resistor, which is the 2-parter, which is pretty good. I did enjoy it. But yeah, I think the main highlight, of course, is the 4-parter Pursuit of the Nightjar. So that is the big finish I've picked up in September 2023. So there we have it. That has been my quick little collection update of my Doctor Who merchandise I've picked up in September 2023. So we've got a nice selection of the B&M set, Big Finish, and of course the Chunky Season 20. So if you've enjoyed this collection update, then please do like and subscribe, because it really does help the channel out, and there's plenty more Doctor Who shenanigans coming up on the channel in the near future. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.